So, we're back with what I'm hoping the last episode for the Espionage. But yes, we're gonna go take down something else to do. I don't remember. The name is weird. Um, I've been playing this game all day, almost entirely doing this quest line. It was an effort at one point, I believe, episode 3, where I thought I could do the Alfred stuff for the Rebel Alliance, but that turned out as a boss. Whee! Fly all the way over here. But yeah, so I'm planning to break this quest line up a little bit. It's not going to be back-to-back uploads. I'll be doing things like the Rebel quest line, the next part of the Raccoon quest line, a couple of Rust videos, that sort of thing to break up the back-to-backness of this.
Look alive! Grab drive offline. We're not jumping out. They got our engine. Look alive! You've entered Imperial space.
Oh!
Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Oh, nearly.
And complete. Enjoy your stay at the Imperial Core.
Oh, Coruscant of all things. Speed increase. I love the fact that it's got a Coruscant load screen to go to Coruscant. At least that's what lined up at the very least. From the load screen stuff. Ooh. This is vastly different. Ooh, our actual mission here would be...
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
Yeah, yes, I saw.
Okay. No bounty. You're clear.
Security in New Atlantis begins with you. Please report any suspicious activity.
I'm just getting tired, to be honest.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop the new alien attacks on the city. He said top minds were on it. Sure hope they know what they're doing.
Ma'am, I know exactly what I'm doing. Sorta. Sorta, kinda, maybe. Nah, to be honest. So we're not gonna be able to do New Game Plus.
Having a good one?
Oh god, it's incomplete. Okay. Kerberus is full language. As much as I love Star Wars, I have not been able to.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Wait a minute. We're not going to use the front desk.
I feel
The banking plan. We're going to be a sneaky boy, I think. Let me pop a proper save here. What the heck? Okay, that's definitely a modding issue. Looks something straight out of a Rust thing. You're basically seeing the game run. Oh. Okay. We are being super speed right now. Okay, ow. Well, that was not what I was hoping for.
I lost fish, Hagen. Sound the alarm!
Non-lethal takedowns are what we need.
Gas leak detected. All non-essential personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
Okay. I gotta be quick about this. It's gotta be somewhat quick.
They're around here. Find them. Got you now! We got company. Find them. Contact
How in the world? Okay, well, they're in the hot seat here, folks. Okay, so get in, get out. Quick as possible, too. Trying to be quick about this, too. Okay, that one's done. Okay, that's just smack. Please get this done as quick as we can.
Gotcha! Give me some cover!
Okay, I'm finding that command that gives it 100 HP. Hello, folks. Well, okay, we're back. I had to switch around a little bit. What, really? Okay, we're gonna load the save then. Okay, we're doing this. Oh, instant death. That is a perplexing issue. I know.
Gas leak detected. All non-essential personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
That feels a little bit more natural. I have less than lethal available to me. I don't have to use it. I'm not going to. I don't have to. Why should I? Oh, she died. Well, I didn't cause it. They were cheap. This is what happens when you skip out. You get a ton of OSHA violations. Come with me, and you'll see nothing but a world of OSHA violations. We're gonna pick this. Okay. I'm used to my other keyboard, not having to use the actual laptop. What do we got? Decent amount of chunk, a decent chunk of things. Okay, let's get this done with. Nope, nothing.
It's all clear. Stand down.
Their security guards are kind of collapsing now. Kind of sucks to be them. Okay, that's obnoxious. Out of order.
The hell was that? We're clear. I'm not seeing anything. What?
I'll get the alarm.
Great.
Got you now.
Oh! Oh, what are you using?
Give up. You have no chance.
Alright, well. Doing this the hard way. I did try. And technically, I haven't directly killed anyone. The gas has killed a few people, though. What do we got going on here? Oh! I am using non-lethal. The first time in a while. Non-lethal smooths.
What? There you are. I'll get the alarm.
Why is she not going down? What is this nonsense? I'm gonna have to use lethal at this point. Look, lady, if you want to die, go in the gas. It'll be fine. How is she getting right back up? What the heck is this? Woman, you should have just stayed down. You didn't have to die. Poisonous gas was gonna do that job for me, but y'all insisted on fighting me for some reason. Well, shoot. Okay, for the turret, I'm allowed to use lethal force because it's a turret. Lift it. How? The heck? Okay, well that worked. Headshot. Excellent, always. R&D ID card.
Suspect is here somewhere. You're going down.
Just because something fits doesn't mean that's it. Shoot. Okay. We are out of there. I didn't kill anyone, but the gas did on several occasions. I blew up some turrets, though.
It's important that the people of the United Colonies can
Like the
trust their
Empire.
primary news source.
I hate to break it to you.
Can I help you?
PA is the one who signs all those cards and headshots.
Yes, yes,
Mr.
you
Barron's
can.
a very busy and important man.
But I came all this way.
Listen, I might be able to.
Is that so? Spoken like a true tabloid reporter. What's this so-called story about? Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim. Good. The less investigation we need to put into this, the faster I can prepare the broadcast. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence. Of course. I just hope your source is as reliable as you think they are. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source? Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
Excellent.
I can't believe I'm here. SSNN.
Please tell me you're not here to see Mr. Baron.
Okay, we need a healer, so... Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Well, we're fixed. Okay, now we didn't discover the train station in the first round. Coming here, I haven't the foggiest of clues. However, what I do know is we're about to hopefully make some serious bang for our buck here. Off we go! Hopefully this is the last thing we have to do for our videos. Well, not the videos. This quest line. I grow leery of corporate espionage.
Look alive! Look alive! This is Alliance space. Hold while we scan your ship. All right, you're good. Welcome to Narsha.
Wish I could explore other parts of this planet. Oh well. Alas, we are not permitted so far that I've found at least. 241 or 260. We are just on the cusp
You ever heard the one about the
of being encumbered. Thankfully, we have our jump pack.
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report.
Okay.
Good. David won't be able to resist a story like this. He'll do some preliminary confirmations, which will be enough to get the broadcast out to the public. And how did the neuroamp perform? That's unfortunate. Although a true testament to your skills as an operative. I can see how relying on such technology may not be for everyone. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news.
CNN.
Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity Ltd. and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing both the Empire and Independence have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for GNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them.
Good. Oop.
The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom, so this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith. Infinity is about to crumble before the eyes of the public. They employ thousands of people, and those thousands of people are now worried about their jobs. That's where we come in. First, we'll issue a public statement expressing disgust at their leadership, but sympathy for the innocent workers. That's when we offer to acquire them.
Oh.
Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception. That's certainly our hope. Any employee with a sense of drive is sure to show themselves. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them. I know you can as well. So now you're fully aware of my expectations.
Excellent.
You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
Yes, ma'am. What do we get? 12,000 credits. Not too shabby.
Don't cause any trouble.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity Ltd? I think we both know that's not going to work. Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished. Oh? Your response tells me Masako must have given you similar advice. It'd be unlike her to not fully exploit an advantage, especially when she believes acquiring Infinity is the right thing to do. Well, it does make Ryujin look good. And we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. You're oddly right about this one, Op. I guess you are worth keeping around. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting. You and me both. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
They're all on the level below. Oops.
If only there were more hours in the day. Great, the bane of my department. If you need something, make it quick. Not much to discuss there. I believe I've made my case quite clear to Masako on why I am against it. All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset. When it comes to profit, I suppose all my arguments do fall short. If it was anyone other than Infinity, I assure you it would. A certain amount of confidence during the negotiations would go a long way in this situation. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me. Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom. Nice to know someone is. Everyone's too busy praising its completion to think about the dangers it could represent. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage. Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one say that. Masako's lucky to have you at her disposal, even if you are a continual thorn in my side. You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
I've got the lawyer on my side.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting. I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome. With that internal neuroamp, no doubt. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion a long time ago. I knew it was a grave security risk, and look what happened.
I'm kind of with him on this one.
You read my mind. Let's just hope Masako and the others see it that way.
I got two on my side.
Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd., we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuroamp might cause. I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity LTD is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
Of course. Okay, let's see what exactly we're working with here. Lobby of the board members, 4 to 7. 2 in favor of the Neurotrip, 2 against it. So far I've got 4 of them already in favor of Affinity.
Keep out of my way and I'll keep
Oh, shut your mouth.
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side? Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. It just so happens that her agenda lines up with mine. We just need to grab Infinity LTD while it's got the public's full attention. I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good light.
Workers will look pretty good.
I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a year.
Okay. Jeez, I just got Elsa, or I've got everyone on my side.
Sounds like you've got a bit of your own agenda going on. Well, let's hear it. The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost on me. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next era of tech, with Ryujin at the forefront. It's not an opportunity you just walk away from.
Think about it. Stations will be accepted by the public.
Not when you word it like that. But a product that can settle disputes or help broaden someone's point of view? Then you really have something that consumers will buy into. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on future endeavors.
Okay. Yes and no. Okay, we're equal on those. She's gonna be against me.
You're looking interesting today. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available.
Oh? Am I now? I don't know if you guys been hearing me. My mute switch thing can be a little weird.
An efficient exchange, then. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity LTD throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why?
Innocent, they don't know what was going on.
Oh, I didn't mean in regards to Drexler's actions. More in the sense of, should a superior company like Ryujin make room for so many potentially lackluster employees?
Please,
That is a plea more well spent on Genevieve or Alexis. I prefer to focus on the numbers and leave emotions out of my decision-making.
I'm sorry.
This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run.
Exactly.
Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation? And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind your statement.
Okay.
I agree. Should Masako had informed us too early, we may have all turned on each other. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been.
Dangerous and should be banned.
It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one. Hence the added motivation that will bolster sales. The guarantee depends on if we're willing to make the financial commitment to outfitting each employee with at least a shielding component. A cost that's not lost on me as CFO.
I'm gonna have to.
I think we all know how averse I am to chaos. Finances are my forte, so you make a good point.
I'm not necessarily
Our
using chip. I have
competition has yet
manipulation
to
skill.
truly master neuroamps, but the possibility is there. It's a risk I am unwilling to take. At this time. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
If operations starts to bore you, let me know. You'd make a perfect lab rat for the R&D team. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope. Reminds me of my undergrad days. I mean, I assume you're joking, right? I'll have to get that documented and we'll definitely want to run a few tests if not. So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp.
Dangerous. No one should have this sort of power.
I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never sees the light of day. This is groundbreaking work. My life's work. Fine, fine. Make your case.
I know you've covered all your bases in your research. You know the data against it is there.
There's always data against something, no matter how innocuous. It does overstep some bounds. I'll give you that. Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper monster. But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But this world is far from perfect.
Exactly. The excitement of discovering something new.
It is. It really is. For years, my only focus has been, is this possible? And then, how do I make it work? I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up yourself? We just have to hope the others will see reason. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity Ltd be? That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant mind or two. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
I got all 7. All 7 of them to agree to acquire the core. Oh, I timed myself with those 2 ladies perfectly. Oh, it's mirroring that.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
To purchase Infinity Ltd to put the employees' minds at ease.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to
Yeah.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Okay, let me think here.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
It's not right. The moment the public learns about it, no one will trust anyone anymore, especially biotech.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
I must agree. We can't go through with production on technology like this until certain safeties can be guaranteed.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye. Nay.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. Any other matters to bring forth? None? This concludes our order of business for today.
Excellent. Sako is not going to be pleased, but... Can I? Nope. Oh
internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated. A fine point, but it still proves its usefulness. The truth remains, Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin.
Tech, yes.
It's well earned and deserved. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time. My thought exactly. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it. It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
Okay. 5,000 creds. Really? That's it? Okay, folks. Well, we are done with this, funnily enough. We're going to go down to the floor here. And Imogen. See if she's down there. Oop, wrong room. That is the restroom. Oh! Maybe that's what she meant by someone on the operations floor.
You've certainly shaken things up around here. I still can't believe Ularu tried to frame me. An obvious misjudgment on my part. But now that's all in the past. It's time to get back to your typical day-to-day. And I'd say it's good to be back if I hadn't returned to a mountain of paper. Now, since you were new, you've been dealing with people, but most of our assignments are generated on the mission board. The board holds any available assignments that our techs have pieced together, and I've approved. Questions? No, but try to see that as an improvement, since I certainly do. The mission board is more efficient for both of us. Well, after this conversation, you can head up to your office and see for yourself.
Oh.
Just think of it as a computer that lets you pick and choose your assignments at will, rather than having to deal with me all the time. Nothing you aren't already familiar with. You experienced the majority of what we do here during your training, if you recall. Uploading a few files, manipulating a narrative or two, obtaining schematics, it's just more of the same. I wish. Assignment approval isn't exactly riveting work. With your promotion, you've earned yourself an office, so whenever you're ready, you can find your own personal mission board inside. And the best perk of them all, you're free to make your own hours.
Nice.
Oh, and congratulations, of course. No, only within the tower. The security risk would be far too much to allow access to that data in a public space. You certainly will. Go check out the board, and if you have any questions, I suppose I can start up an open door policy. Just for you.
Okay, let's go and let's check out our new office. Oh, it's underwhelming. What do we have here? Various Scouts E11D blast rifle. Stim pack and gun battery. Just gonna take all 3 of these and then alright folks, so nope, that's the wrong button. Yeah, I know. Alright folks, unfortunately we are out of time. Please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that notification bell as hard as you can. I'll see you all next time. Alpha Wolf Center right on out.